Hi guys, it's Debbie. This is my first video on YouTube, so as you can probably imagine, I am pretty excited about this. My channel will mainly be movie related, so I'll be speaking about films and other related topics. For my first video, I decided to speak about one of my favourite films of all time, and this is Donnie Darko. Now, I wanted to speak about some of the scientific information that is behind Donnie Darko and which explains most of the film. A lot of information that we have about the science behind Donnie Darko has been given to us from the DVD of the director's cut, which gave us some pages from Roberta Sparrow's The Philosophy of Time Travel. So Roberta Sparrow, Grandma Death. According to the philosophy of time travel, time is stable. Sometimes though, the fourth dimension can be corrupted. When this happens, a complete copy of our universe, so another universe, is created. It's identical to ours. This universe is called a tangent universe. In Donnie Darko, right at the start of the film, a tangent universe is created. And these universes are very unstable and last a limited amount of time. For example, in our case, it lasts 28 days, exactly how Donnie has written on his arm. So let's analyse the beginning of the film. So Donnie is sleeping in his bed. This world is put on pause, and everything we see in the film takes part in the other tangent universe, which is exactly the same. So let's pause our world, the world as we know it, the world in which Donnie Darko is, and let's move into this other tangent universe. So Donnie is still sleeping in his bed, his dad's still sleeping, his sister is out, exactly the same. The only thing that changes is that Frank the rabbit wakes Donnie from his bed, lures him out of his house, and saves him from a jet engine crashing in his bedroom. Now bear in mind, neither Frank the rabbit nor the jet engine created the tangent universe. The tangent universe already existed. And now this is where the whole story starts. Now, as we said, the tangent universe is an exact copy of our universe, exactly the same. During the copying process though, there can be glitches or errors, and extra objects can be created. For example, in our case, this jet engine that crashes into Donnie's bedroom was an error. It's an extra jet engine that was created as a glitch during the copying process, and it has nowhere to go because it belongs to no plane, and it just falls out of the sky and crashes into Donnie's bedroom. These objects are called artifacts, and they are always metal objects. These objects make the tangent universe very unstable because it can't handle having a glitch, an error, an extra object in it. The only way to make this universe safely collapse at the end of the time, so at the end of the 28 days, is removing this object. Because if the object isn't removed and the 28 days pass, the universe will collapse, creating a massive black hole. This black hole could also influence our universe. So the only solution is to remove this jet engine, this artifact. In this way, the universe can safely collapse at the end of the 28 days. Who has the mission to do this? A person called Living Receiver. In our case, the Living Receiver is Donnie Darko. He is the person that has the mission to take this jet engine and send it through a portal out of the universe. In order to complete his mission, during his time in the tangent universe, he is given supernatural powers. For example, he has exceptional strength. We see him bury an axe into a statue, or he has telekinesis, so he can move objects with his mind. For example, he destroys this jet engine. He doesn't destroy it, but he sends it out of the tangent universe through a portal which he has also created thanks to his abilities to command water. Donnie at first doesn't know what his mission is. He doesn't understand these powers. He takes quite a while to figure out what his mission is. He is also helped throughout his mission from other people. These people are, for example, his family and his teachers. These are people who subconsciously help him in his mission. So everything they do in the film, every action in the film is specifically set in order to help Donnie. So they give him crucial information and they help him. These people are called manipulated living. Other people that help Donnie in his mission are people who have died within the tangent universe. So for example, Frank, at the end of the film, is killed, he is shot. When these people die in the tangent universe, so people connected to Donnie die in the tangent universe, they become, let's call them ghosts, just so it's easier to understand. So Frank dies at the end of the film, he becomes a ghost, but he has, just as Donnie, supernatural powers. So he travels back in time to the beginning of the film, saves Donnie from the bed in order to help him complete his mission. Another person who dies is Gretchen. Gretchen, throughout the whole film, is dead. She died at the end of the film, travelled back in time and helped Donnie. These people are called manipulated dead. Altogether, these people help Donnie complete his mission. So we said, at first he doesn't understand what his mission is. At the end of the film, he understands what he has to do, manages to use his mind to move the jet engine into the portal. Doing so, the universe is stable again, and it can safely collapse at the end of the 28 days. So 28 days pass, the universe collapses safely, and it disappears. Now remember, our universe, like the universe in which Donnie lives, is still in pause. So the tangent universe is safe and stable, collapses, and in the moment in which collapses, everything starts again in our universe, in the universe of Donnie Darko. So Donnie is still sleeping in his bed, his dad's sleeping, but there's no Frank the rabbit to lure him out of the house. So the jet engine crashes and kills him. And this is the end of the film. Now, technically speaking, Donnie didn't have to die in order for all of this to happen, because everything that happened in a tangent universe is over, it's finished. If he had gotten out of bed or if he had stayed in bed, the jet engine would have crashed in any case. We also know this because Roberta Sparrow was probably a living receiver herself who survived and wrote The Philosophy of Time Travel. All the other people connected to Donnie, so the manipulated living and the manipulated dead, don't have any memory of what happened. But they are sort of haunted in their dreams by some vague memory of something happening. So we see, for example, Frank touching his eye at the end of the film, or Jim Cunningham crying and feeling guilty. We see Charita Chen in bed, wide awake, thinking, and we see Gretchen waving to Donnie's mum as if they know each other, although they don't remember why. The first time I saw Donnie Darko, I obviously didn't know about all of this. Like most people that watch it don't understand all of this is going on. It possibly seems that Donnie is seeing all of this because he is schizophrenic, and so he takes medication, and this could all be part of his imagination. But it's really interesting knowing what really is going on behind the film. Another question raised by many people is whether God has anything to do with this. So why is the tangent universe created? How does both Donnie and all the other the manipulated have all these supernatural powers? How do they have them? Why does Donnie just laugh and at the end of the film? So some people say maybe he understood something from God during his time in the tangent universe and is prepared to die. I don't agree with this theory. I think it's just a scientific fact. And Donnie is laughing because he has some memories of what happened during his time in a tangent universe, just like everybody else has. But it is an interesting theory, so let me know what you think about it. Let me know what your interpretation of the film is with a comment below. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be surely posting another video very soon, and it will still be movie related. So see you soon, bye!